think we're going to, fingers crossed, as the VP of Digital, when technology actually works in your favor. Hey, brilliant. Okay, can you see that? Oh, love it. Whew, that was a close one. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to do a walkthrough of both Vera and Stella top to bottom. And as I go through it, I'm going to call out some data points, I'm going to call out some key journeys, I'm going to call out some ways that you can be using these apps to drive your business and to drive personalization with your customers. So obviously, for all the demonstrations today, actually in Vera, I think, no, it is US. Well, we'll see when we get to the products. If you're seeing pounds, then I'm in the UK. If you're seeing dollar signs, I'm in the US. I'm supposed to say that for legal reasons. So, and I'm going to be transparent with you. I'm going to talk to you about what's working well and what's been a challenge and what's coming next. Is that fair? I don't know any other way to be. Oh. Come back. Okay, there we go. No. Hang on. One moment. I love you, and I'm going to give you a drink later. Okay. We literally just paired a brand new Lumi Spa IO with my app. Like 5 seconds ago over there. Okay. You see it? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, when we come into Vera, again, the 3 customer pain points. How do I know what products to use, how to use those products, and am I getting the results I deserve? So every feature in Vera is focused on those 3 pain points. Here at the top, you've got Pair My Lumi Spa. Pretty soon, that's going to get traded out with promotional content. So if you have a limited time offer, a preview coming up, maybe it's going to be specific to that user's use of their Lumi Spa IO, and it will prompt them, hey, you need to take your selfie today or whatever. So you'll start to see new content coming into that space that's personalized to the user. I'm going to do it top to bottom, and then I'll take you back through individual features. Here in the middle, these are what we call our hero features. So we've got skincare consultation, selfie timeline, and shade finder. Below that, you have product discovery, and then below that, a feedback tab. If I go along the bottom navigation, you've got products, my skin. This is that profile section that's going to be new, that's coming, where we're going to build out your profile over time. And then you've got devices. Up here at the top, you've got a profile icon as well, where you can come in and you can edit your privacy settings. That's a brand new feature, actually. And we're leading out in the industry in this way. A user has the ability to toggle and figure out what privacy they're okay, what data they're okay sharing with us and what data they're not. So before it was all in or all out, and now they can personalize it to what they prefer. And then you've got your cart there in the right. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the beginning to the hero features. Skin consultation. How many of you have already been through skin consultation? Ooh. Maybe like a fourth of the room. So we're going to do it today. Okay, right now this is what we call a web view. Pretty soon it's going to be replaced with what's called a React Native module, which means it'll work a lot faster and it won't be as linear. What you'll notice is there's a series of questions here that it asks me. In the future version, the user can actually select which portion of the assessment they want to go through, and it will actually tell them, this takes 1 minute, this takes 2 minutes, this takes 3 minutes. And you can build it progressively over time. We'll remember all of those answers. But I will say, 50% of you want to go deep on the skin consultation. We did a survey, and about half of you are like, you know what, just ask me a few questions and give me my products. The other half of you are like, no, I want to know, what should I be using specifically for me? So I'm trying to walk a middle ground there and serve all of you at once. It's really fun. Okay, so all of these questions that I'm answering are inputs into our algorithm. So this is where the AI and ML come in. And so the more you answer them, the better the recommendations are going to be. We've also tried to be very inclusive with all of our questions and be very sensitive to gender, to race, to ethnicity, all those types of things. That's something I personally believe very strongly in. Kind of coaches me how to take my photo, remove makeup, pull back your hair, all those kinds of things, and then start. So this is using AI and ML technology. Do you see how it's coaching me uneven, too far? This uses the best face scanning technology in the world. They use 3,000 data points to actually analyze the skin. It's so advanced that brands like Disney are trying to figure out how to license this technology for their parks. We've looked at other vendors to see, okay, how did their technology compare to this one? And this one is still the best in the world. 3,000 data points, you guys. Okay, so this is very self-esteem building for me that I get to share this with all of you. Trust me, I dream of these moments at night. Let's just pretend that these are my opportunity areas and not problems. Can we just all start using the word opportunities? Okay, great. So I can actually, so you're seeing it's bringing in all my opportunities here. And I can actually toggle between my wrinkles, my spots, after a professional makeup artist did my makeup. Oh my gosh, heaven help me. Ooh, okay, so this is that step that I'm talking about where people are screenshotting the face scan. I'm not supposed to tell you this. And then they come back in a week later and they literally see a change in the lines on the face. That is how powerful our products like Collagen and LumiSpa are. This isn't my technology, this is a third party, and it's proving that the products work. So again, back to those customer pain points. What products to use, how do I use them, and are they working? This can show you that they're working. From there, I finished answering my questions. I'm gonna fly through this super fast because this timer is telling me I am running out of time. So I'm doing this super fast, but you can see each of those are data points that are going into the algorithm so that we recommend the right things. One thing we learned from our testing is even though I answer all those questions, and even though the face scan may come up with stuff, the face scan came up with these 3 things based both on my scan, my age, my demographic. These might be things that I am concerned about. And do you see how these expand? This content, this education is so powerful. If you haven't taken time, go through this. It's so good. So the face scan came up with those 3, but what we learned from users is, yeah, I have wrinkles, I'm 45. Of course I have wrinkles. But what actually bothers me more about my skin might be other things. So then I can actually prioritize my concerns. So I don't like my skin tone, visible pores, and maybe my dullness. And now I can rank what's most important to me. This is huge, you guys. This goes to that personalized recommendation. So let's say visible pores is my top concern, and then it brings in all of those other skin concerns. Right now, that little box that you saw spinning, that's AI ML running in the background. The algorithm's taking all of those different inputs and now saying, okay, Emily, here's your personalized recommendations based on everything you just told us. For each market, we are anchoring on a certain device. And so right now we're bringing in LumiSpa IO for most of the markets in EMEA, so you'll start to see that change out here in the next sprint. So we always anchor with a device, and then you can see there's other products below it. And then in this case, it's also recommending, hey, we noticed you're not using any SPF, let's recommend one for you. So it's bringing that in as well. I can toggle between best or basic. So like for me, my toner, I don't need to use like a prestige toner for me. It's just not something that matters. You better believe my serum and my eye cream are prestige. Like I'm getting those from the best con. So I can actually mix and match depending on what I want to do. From here, I can add it to cart. And this is an important point. We know that users often move across devices, including desktop. This cart is what we call persistent. So as long as I'm logged in, no matter what device I'm on, my iPad, my iPhone, whatever, the cart is persistent and it will pull all of my products across every experience. So I might be on social and I add something there. I might be in VERA, I add something there. One experience. That's how we do seamless. Okay, from here I can check out. I'm gonna fly fast, so I hope I don't make you sick moving so quickly. Selfie timeline. This feature is incredible. It came from all of you. I didn't think this up. It came from testers where they said, I wish I had like a selfie timeline or something where I could track the changes in my skin. So take a selfie, it will coach you to line up correctly. I love doing this on stage, really. This is my favorite thing. Okay, so you can scroll back and forth. I could retake it. I probably should retake it because this isn't a great one. I can name it, whatever I want to name it. I'm going to go back for the sake of time. I can then compare my selfies. And what's great about this is from a compliance standpoint, it's looking at how many days apart your selfie is. And so as long as selfies are allowed for your market, your region, then you're in compliance as long as you're using this feature. So I can actually, let's choose that one, and I can choose another one. Maybe not that one. Ooh, this is a pretty one. Okay, so it's pulling those two selfies together. I can choose to show them side by side or overlaid. I personally like the overlay. I think it's a little bit easier to see the changes in the skin. You can see it does the timestamp for me. I can click share. As long as I opt into privacy, it'll bring up the share sheet from my phone. So if there's someone I want to text it to or I want to share it out to social, I can do that. For today, I'm not going to do that just to save time. You'll see it's time-stamped. So several of you in London told me that you have been using like 3 or 4 different apps to just do what I did in one feature in VERA. And they're all stored here. Guess who's using this feature right now? Those 20 beauty editors are all using this feature to track their testing of products. Those 20 beauty editors in here every day. Okay, Shade Finder. So we've gotten some feedback